Hello friends, welcome back to Online Math Hub. We're going to be solving this equation right here. And so what we have is root x plus root negative x is equal to 2. And so what are the values of x that actually satisfy this equation? This is a bit tricky, but we're just going to be solving it in this video. But just before we proceed, if you're new to our channel, do what to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and also turn on the notification icon so that whenever we release new content you actually get to know about it. And of course, if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much. And of course, do what to hit the like button. If you have any question, do drop in the comment box and I'll surely get back to you. And having done all of those things, let's proceed. If you want to find out the real values of x that actually satisfy this equation, we know that the value of x, since it is actually inside this square root, is actually gonna be positive. And so for this x here, on the first case, we are going to be having that x is going to be greater than or equal to 0. Okay, and even the second one here, the negative x here will also be greater than or equal to 0. If negative x is greater than or equal to 0, it also implies that x is actually going to be less than or equal to 0. So we have a case where the solution to this equation is actually showing us that first x is going to be greater than or equal to 0, and then the same x is going to be less than or equal to 0. So you see that it is something like this. So x is less than or equal to 0, and of course the same x will still be greater than or equal to 0. Okay, so and of course the only value of x that is going to satisfy this relation is x equal to 0. So this is the first solution which we are getting, that x is equal to 0. But then there's a problem, because when you replace x, when you substitute x equal to 0 in each of these square root right here, you're actually going to be seeing that it is not equal to 2. So you see that this is going to be 0, and then plus 0, of course it is not going to give you equal to 2. So which tells us that there is no real value of x that is actually going to satisfy this equation. So there's no real solution to this equation right here. So but of course we've also got to solve it. We can actually still find out the value of x. So what we are just going to do is we're going to extend the solution to complex numbers. So we're going to be getting some complex numbers that is actually going to satisfy this equation. Okay, so what we do is we're going to just move this root negative x to the right hand side, and of course if I do that, I'm going to be having that the equation will be equal to root x is equal to 2, and then of course minus root negative x. Okay, so moving on, I'm going to find a way to remove this square root, and I can just do that by taking the square of both sides. And if I do that, this 2 is actually going to cancel this, and then x is equal to 2 minus root negative x all raised to power 2. And of course don't forget this expression that if you have if you have a minus b all squared, this is actually going to be giving you a squared, that is a squared, and then minus 2 times a times minus b, which is 2 times minus 2 times ab. Okay, and then you're also going to be having plus b squared. Okay, so don't forget this expansion, because that's basically what I'm going to be using to expand this, so that my x is now equal to, so in this case a is actually 2, and of course b is equal to is equal to square root of negative x. So what I'm going to be having here is 2 squared, which is equal to 4, and then minus 2 times a, which is 2 in this case. Okay, let me put it in bracket, and then multiplied by b, which is root negative x. Okay, and then of course plus a b squared, which is root negative x squared. Good. And then okay, so of course these two will cancel this square root, and then obviously x is going to be equal to 4 minus, so 2 times 2 here is 4, and then times root negative x. Okay, and then of course since this 2 has cancelled this square root, negative multiplied by this positive, I have negative x left right there. Okay, so obviously I'm going to move this x to the left hand side, and of course when it comes here it becomes positive, and then x plus x gives me 2x is equal to, so here is 4, and then minus 4 root negative x. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do is actually to divide through by 2, so that I can actually reduce the values I have. So I can divide through by 2. Okay, this cancel this, and then what I'm left with is x is equal to 2 here, 1, 2 here is 2, and of course here is still 2. So I have 2 minus 2 root negative x. Okay, there is still a little bit of an issue because I still have root negative x right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move these two to the left hand side, so that I have that this is x minus 2 is now equal to negative 2 root x. So that I can also go ahead to take the square of both sides, so that I can remove this square root right here. And if I expand this using the expansion we used earlier on, we're going to be having that this is x squared, okay, and then minus 2 times x times minus 2, which is minus 2x, and then plus 2 times 2, which is 4. Okay, it's equal to negative 2 power 2 will give us 4, and then sorry, this is negative x also multiplied by this 2 here will cancel this square root, and then I have negative x left. Okay, so what I have is x squared minus 2x. Okay, sorry, what we are supposed to have here is 2 times x times minus 2, which is equal to minus 4. Okay, so what I have here is minus 4, and then of course plus 2 is equal to, this one is also equal to minus 4 times negative x. Okay, so this can actually cancel this, and then I'm going to move this 4 to the right hand side, so that I have that this is x squared is equal to negative 4. Okay, so continuing right here, I have x squared is equal to negative 4. I'm going to go ahead to take the square root of both sides, and then a plus or minus the square root of negative 4 right here. Of course this will cancel this, and then x is equal to plus or minus the square root of negative 4. Okay, and then of course I can go ahead to split this. I can split these as square root of negative 1, and then times square root of 4. Of course if I multiply both of them, I'll be back with negative 4, but of course root negative 1 is equal to I. Okay, so that what I now have here is x equal to plus or minus, so this is I, and then root 4 here is equal to 2. Okay, so let me put this in bracket right here. Okay, so obviously x is now equal to plus or minus 2i. Okay, so the two values of x that is actually going to satisfy the equation we are solving is 1x equal to positive 2i or x equal to negative 2i. So this is the solution to the equation. And then of course, let me have your thought in the comment section. If you have understood what we've solved, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to our channel for more updates, and of course I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Bye.